Hi there. Would you like to know why Russia continues to conduct cyber attacks targeting the United States? Just because the quote unquote Russia-Trump collusion turned out to be a fiction does not mean that Russia did not interfere in the 2016 election, in the 2018 election, in the 2020. My name is Rebekah Koffler, and I'm the author of Putin's Playbook, Russia's Secret Plan to Defeat America. I'm a former DIA intelligence officer, and I've written this book to set the record straight about the Russian threat. The US government was so concerned about my book and about Americans learning the truth about the intelligence community's mishandling of the Russia threat and its involvement in destabilizing the 2016 election. The DIA and CIA tried to sabotage the publication of my book. Well, to some extent, they succeeded, even though my book was released on July 27th of this year. DIA and CIA managed to black out 31 pages worth of text in my book, and I can show them to you. So this is just one of the examples. The chapter that was most widely redacted was the chapter on election interference. It is called Active Measures. Active Measures is a special Russian intelligence tradecraft that includes subversion, election sabotage, and assassinations. I would like to read to you the disclaimer that I included in my book in response to DIA's and CIA's actions to suppress my freedom of speech, my constitutionally given right. Author's note: the Defense Intelligence Agency and the Central Intelligence Agency conducted an extensive pre-publication review of Putin's playbook and redacted significant portions of the typescript. The author strongly disagrees with these redactions as unnecessary and unjustified, but has complied with them. The blacked out portions of what follows are the result of these redactions. I can't wait for you, my dear readers, to read my book and learn the truth. I'll go ahead and reveal to you the table of contents. I start with author's introduction, where I explain why I wrote this book. In the next section, the prologue, I describe why Russia and the United States can never become friends. Chapter 1 is called Russia's War on America. Chapter 2, Putin's Wish List, America's Nightmare. Chapter 3, Russia organizes for war. Chapter 4, Putin's Star Wars, lasers, jammers, and satellite killers. Chapter 5, cyber weapons, waging war on US networks and American minds. In fact, chapter 5, I'm going to go ahead and read to you a short quote. In fact, each chapter in my book starts with a quote that helps you understand Putin's mindset and the Russian mindset in general. Here's a quote. by inserting information in publications, advocating extremist ideas, inciting racist and xenophobic flash mobs, conducting interstate computer attacks on the critical infrastructure targets that are vital to the functioning of a society, it is possible to heat up the situation in any country all the way up to the point of social unrest. This quote comes from Major General Igor Delevsky, Deputy Chief of the Main Operations Directorate of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces. Chapter 6, Spies and Disruptors, Infiltrating America. Chapter 7, Active Measures, Subversion, Election Sabotage, and Assassinations. I'll go ahead and read you the quote from that chapter as well. All warfare is based primarily on deception of an enemy. Fighting on a battlefield is the most primitive way of making war. There's no art higher than to destroy your enemy without a fight, by subverting anything of value in the enemy's countries. Sun Tzu, Chinese general and philosopher, 500 BC. And we have the leftover chapters, chapter 8, Putin's military option, things that go bang. And lastly, the epilogue, where I make some suggestions for US presidents and national security apparatus to be effective at countering Russia's foreign policy and engaging with Russia on purely transactional basis, so that we de-escalate the probability of conflict that unfortunately right now it is at an all-time high. We are basically on the verge of potential confrontation, i.e. the shooting war with Russia, but many Americans don't even know this. So that is my book. I'm encouraging you to check it out. It is available on Amazon, at Barnes & Nobles, and anywhere where you normally buy books. I also am encouraging you to visit my website, RebekahKoffler.com. Follow me on Twitter at Rebekah0132. Rebekah is spelled a little differently, Rebekah at Rebekah0132. Thank you for listening. This is Rebekah Koffler with Censored but Not Silenced.